I had this.
Yes, we are live. Hello everyone, and welcome you for a new episode of Hashtag Playing Together. So we are very excited that we have our new guest here.
Yes, hello, we are Johan and Desi from the Southern Knot, and tonight we have Kenn Adams who will play with us. Can you say something about yourself, Kenn?
Yeah, I'm the artistic director of an improvisational theater company called Synergy Theater, and we're based here in Northern California, not far from San Francisco.
So you're zooming in not far from San Francisco. That's good. So it's still in the morning for you. It's 7 o'clock p.m. for us. And yeah, so very exciting that you're here. It's so great. So the format is very simple. We are going to get a suggestion. And then we play for at least 50 minutes. We bring a little narrative, and then we go into a chat of 50 minutes as well, approximately for to learn the things you do, Kenn, and the projects you have. Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Good.
I would like to ask you for a number between 1 and 180, if I'm not mistaken, because Johan has a list over there.
All right, number 12.
Number 12. Oh, appearances.
Appearances.
Appearances. Okay, good. So enjoy the Southern Knot, Kenn Adams with appearances. Sir, Master Ferdinand, I was so free to make you a cup of coffee already in this beautiful morning.
Did you put a packet of sugar inside?
Yes, Master, a full pack of sugar, as thou wish.
Did you taste it?
I'm sorry, Master Ferdinand. I'm so sorry. I It is perfect, if I may say so.
Thank you, Robert.
Master,
Robert.
may I say that you look excellent today?
Do you think so?
If I may say something, Georgia will be visiting you today. I've seen on the calendar. She will be so pleased seeing that you are in such a good shape.
You know, Robert, I don't often confide in the help, but I shall bend your ear a moment. Today, I intend to ask Georgia to marry me.
Oh, Master, will that mean that I will serve you and Georgia in the future?
Robert, you are my most trusted servant. I cannot imagine a household without you.
Thank you, Master. I'm just doing my duty.
Robert, for one moment, may I speak to you not as employer to employee, but as superior to inferior?
Master Ferdinand, that would be a huge honor for your humble servant.
I will tell you that sometimes I'm afraid Georgia is not as much in love with me as I am for her.
Master, if I may say so, the ways of the heart, they go mysterious paths, but I'm pretty sure, no, I assure you that Georgia's feelings for you will be sincere and honest. Don't.
And yet, Robert, last week when she and I were at tea, I was telling her one of my droll stories about life in the war, and I saw her fidget.
I can't believe that, Master. I remember the war pretty well. You were my superior officer at the time.
And you were ever there, always by my side, Robert.
Do you remember still that I saved your life in the trenches?
Robert, each time I strap on my wooden leg, I remember that moment fondly.
Me too, Master Ferdinand.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
The door, I will
Robert,
open.
Not a word to her of my confession.
No,
Ding
certainly
dong,
not.
ding dong, ding dong. Hey, Ferdy. Oh, I had a great night last night. It was amazing. It completely changed my views about everything. You know, I gave up my title. I am not a baroness anymore.
It gave up your title?
Yes, for freedom, for freedom.
Georgia, that thing you're wearing on your head, is that some type of carcass?
It's a scarf.
Well, Georgia, I don't understand. You look like one of those people from the gutter.
Exactly. And I would like to protest against the war. All the wars in the world. And aristocracy. No more aristocracy and no more. Because, you know, you people pretend fighting in wars, but you never actually fight.
Georgia, I was an important administrative functionary.
You were eating and drinking the whole time, right? Am I right?
Robert! Robert, where are you, Robert? Oh, Robert. When Robert comes, I shall have him enumerate to you the various exploits that my administrative functionary permitted.
At least Robert killed some people in the war and saved your ass.
Georgia, I don't understand.
You know, I feel that you don't love me enough. And if you want to prove your love to me, you should also give up your title. And we can travel the world and meet people and kiss people.
Georgia, look upon that family crest framed over the mantelpiece. That lion, that dragon, that vulture, those are proud symbols of my family that have represented our family for countless generations.
Okay, answer me honestly. Have you or someone from your family ever seen a vulture, a dragon, or a lion in your life?
No. Georgia, is this why you don't truly love me?
You know, we were promised to each other when we were children.
It was when I had 2 flesh and blood legs.
Yes, it's true. But I think there is more in you. It's not just the title. I like you. I think you're smart and intelligent and creative, and I don't need a fancy marriage. Let's get married in the forest, or let's just live together without a marriage, without a signature.
Georgia, God is watching.
Oh my God. Oh. Yes, he is watching, and he agrees, he accepts that. Because God is love. It's not marriage, it's not even religion, it's not war.
Georgia, how did this change overcome you in so short a period of time?
I attended a festival yesterday with a lot of people, a special festival. There was marijuana, so I smoked a little bit. It was amazing. You will love it. And there was alcohol and, you know, people canoodling around. It was great. I felt freedom for the first time in my life. And I want you to feel the same thing.
Georgia, I have loved you for more years than I can remember. But this house, that crest, this military jacket, this is who I am.
Okay, just try to picture that you can sell the house and give the money to the poor people.
Can you imagine what my father would say?
Your father is not here anymore.
He's here.
And he will always be there. He will always be there.
I'm sorry to excuse me very much that I interrupt this very exciting conversation. May I speak, Master?
Yes, Robert, please do.
Master, after the war, I was so devoted to the cause and I looked up to you. And because of that, I never married myself. It's impossible for a butler to marry, because marriage and serving a master cannot be combined. I'm now 65 years old. I lost life and love in my life. Master, it is my humble opinion that love is much more important than this crest, your career. I know what it does to a man. I will die alone, perhaps in a little room in the tower of your castle, with no one at my side. But you, Master, you can change that.
Robert, my friend, I promise you that you will never die alone.
No.
Georgia, you mentioned marijuana. I don't suppose you have any now.
Oh, I do.
Master Ferdinand.
Is there enough for 3?
There is enough for 30.
May I?
Master, what?
Robert! Take it!
My turn. So good.
Georgia, there are times when we have been sitting here at tea, you in your finery, me in my full military uniform, and all I really wished for was to strip myself naked and run thusly through the forest with you.
Oh my God! Let's do that. The 3 of us. And let's read forbidden books.
And
Yes.
let's paint forbidden art.
I have spray.
I have nail polish.
Oh my God!
And we can drink 2 teas a day. 2 instead of
We can
1.
smoke the tea.
Georgia, I take off this jacket.
Me too, me too.
I take off my robe. But I'll keep the scarf.
Do you love me?
I adore you.
Then marry me. Marry me at once and let us go live in a hut in the woods and never wear
Yes.
clothing again.
And I will
Yes,
serve
I do.
you. I will serve you both in the hut. And I don't
No.
need...
No.
No?
All things are changing, and you shall no longer serve anyone, Robert. But you, if you wish, shall live with us as our best friend.
Master Ferdinand, you are the best master ever. I will...
No,
Best
no
friend.
longer your master, Robert.
May I call you...
Ferdy.
Yeah? May I?
Please do.
Ferdy.
Come,
Let's go.
let us
Friends.
let us leave,
Let us
and
leave.
let us close this door forever.
And end scene.
Oh my God.
Oh, great. Thanks, Ken.
That was so much fun. You two are
Yeah!
Great.
Fantastic. Okay, well, let's go to the interview. Yeah, let's have a chat about improv and things.
I would love to.
Okay, tell us more about your improv journey. This is the question we ask everybody.
Well, my original interest in theater was as a playwright, and that's what I did when I was young, and that's what I studied in school. And I originally hoped that I would be a famous Broadway playwright. That had been my aspiration for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then I popped around to a couple of different colleges, and when I went to Brooklyn College, I met a woman named Yvonne Opfer, who's still out there in improv world and Zoomland, and she was running some improv workshops on our college campus. Now, I had never heard of this before. Improvisation back then, this was in the late 1980s, so improvisation just wasn't really a thing yet. Whose Line Is It Anyway wasn't on TV yet, and very few people were really doing or talking about improv.
Yeah.
But Yvonne was working with a company that at that time was the New York Team for Theater Sports, which is Keith Johnstone's performance format for improvisation. And so I started learning how to improvise on the Brooklyn College campus by Yvonne, and then she started taking me to her Theater Sports New York rehearsals and performances in Manhattan, and then I just became so hooked with it immediately. And even though I continued to study and practice playwriting,
Yes.
improvisation was just becoming more and more of a love of mine. And especially this idea of improvising a full-length play. Nobody was really doing that back then.
Okay.
Improv was short-form theater sports, the Harold and some free-form type of montage styles, but I didn't even know about that stuff back then. But nobody was walking on stage, getting a suggestion, and improvising a full-length play, and that immediately became my passion and my career focus.
Okay, and you wrote, now you talk about that, you wrote a book, which I have here. So, how to improvise a full-length play. I think your book was published 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, the book came out in 2006, and at the moment it's available, but only as a Kindle edition through Amazon. So I'm working to get it back in print, but at the moment you can buy it and read it as an ebook through a Kindle app.
By the way, I tried to find it as a Kindle edition today, but I didn't succeed. But I'll try again.
No, I know in some countries Amazon does not make it available. I'm not quite sure why.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
So this is really something to recommend. I've read the book. It's really cool. We also try to, in courses and workshops, to perform with a lot of people a full-length play. What do you think are the most common difficulties or problems you find if you are with 6 people or more and you want to do that? What do you think is the most challenging aspect of that?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. The way that I approach it is by having everybody share a common understanding of dramatic structure. So there are certain dramatic landmarks that we're looking for along the way. And because there are 6 people all working together and everybody can rightfully have a different opinion about what those dramatic landmarks are, the biggest challenge is working with the company until everybody develops kind of a group sensibility that helps us pick the same dramatic landmarks so that we're all working on the same play.
Okay, so it's a sort of mental state which you build through rehearsals with all the 6 people to recognize similar things to work with.
Yeah,
for the play.
I could give us a pretty cool example from what happened in our piece together, if that would help.
Yeah, of course.
So one of the things that we talk about is that the play comes down to a dramatic question between 2 characters. And in our case, the dramatic question between the 2 characters was between my character and Desi's character. And the question was, will my character give up his appearances, give up his outer shell, and marry Desi and accept her form of love, right? So that's the question. And the question becomes answerable by the climax. So the climax is a moment where one character goes outside of that relationship and takes an action on a third character. And by taking that action, it answers the question between the two main characters.
Okay.
So in our case, that climax was when I had that conversation with you, Johan, at the end.
Yeah.
And you gave me your wise counsel, right? You told me about your lack of love. That changed me and allowed me to go back and accept Georgia or Desi on her terms. So the answer to our question was yes. And the reason it was yes was because of that climax, my character acting on yours. So that concept of looking for the main character to do something to a third character that answers the question between the main two is something that we all want to become attuned to, so that we all recognize, oh, that was the climax, and now we can accept offers that inevitably follow from that.
Okay, that's good. I think it's really cool to apply this on what we just did. Yeah, it makes it really clear in our minds. That's good.
I'm taking notes, but...
Well, you can see it afterwards too. It stays on our page.
Okay, so we live in strange times now, with everything that happens outside, and we are kind of forced to do more online improv. What are the benefits of online improv, and how far and how much it can develop in the future?
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful question. Obviously, I can't wait to get back on stage, and I know a lot of people are very frustrated by this. But in fact, I hear you. I am finding a great deal of joy and benefit and many, many silver linings. So the first thing is, obviously, the three of us would never know each other, and we would never be performing improvisation together if not for the current situation. And I've met so many wonderful people from all around the world who are now taking my classes, performing in my company with me, inviting me to do wonderful things like this. And I am learning so much, and I am being exposed to so many different styles and concepts. So for me, I'm growing in a way that I never would have grown had this not happened. The other thing is, performing on Zoom like this, I think, really helps build certain skills because certain things are taken away from us. So we all know that theater is a physical medium and that the physical part of storytelling is essential. But guess what? We don't really have that at our disposal right now. So that means we have to rely more on dialogue than ever before. And frankly, I think one thing that many improvisers, especially improvisers who do not have a background as an actor or a playwright, struggle with is dialogue. Concise, pointed dialogue that has an objective and moves the action forward or raises the stakes. I think a lot of people struggle with that. So since that is our primary storytelling tool on Zoom, it's forcing people to get better at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree.
We are also part in a lot of jams and everything, and you play with so many different people, all those different scenes, and you can also try out quite a lot, and you challenge yourself to try out things, and every scene can be different and exciting, and you have so much. Yeah, you can do so much more than in the past. Of course, yeah.
It's just so much fun to watch people take this limitation and turn it into a strength. So, people are creating improv formats that are designed for people in boxes. Like my company, we came up with a show called the Improvised Museum of Art, where the three of us play pictures hanging in a museum wall. Yeah. And we use the backgrounds from the real pictures, and we dress up like the characters, and to play between the three characters when the museum is closed and nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And, we would never have come up with that
idea.
No,
it's awesome. So yeah, you're the artistic director of the theater, Synergy Theater. So you plan after, when everything goes back to normal, to remain present on the internet?
Yeah, I think so. You know, that was not my instinct when this all began, right? I think we all thought this is a stopgap measure and we'd all go back to our regular lives. And, you know, we will certainly get back into our theater and start performing again. But I was very surprised at our last company meeting when one of my company members said, you know, I hope once we're all back in the theater, we'll still do stuff online. And I was really surprised because I didn't really know how everyone in the company was embracing this. You know, we're all doing it, but how much we really like it or not, I didn't really know. But there was a lot of energy around that. Everybody wanted to continue to have an online presence even after we're in the theater, because it's really allowing us to grow in ways that we would not have otherwise. We have people doing all kinds of fun technical things now with our shows. Like we're doing some in black and white because it's like set in the 1930s.
Yeah.
We're using video clips to transition from one scene to another.
Yeah.
So people are having fun with it.
Yeah, good.
We are also having a lot of fun. That we are able to meet so many people from all around the globe.
Yeah. You also have a Facebook group?
How can people reach you and find you?
Yeah. So the name of the company is Synergy Theater, SYNERGY THEATER, Synergy Theater. So our website is synergytheater.com. We have a Facebook page, Synergy Theater, and we also have a chat group called Talk About Improv with Synergy Theater on Facebook. So if people want to join that chat group, we have interesting conversations kind of like this, just about the nature of improv, the philosophy, various takes on it. On the Synergy Theater page, that's where we post all of our videos. So if you want to go back and watch any of the stuff we've been doing on Zoom, they're all on that page. And if anybody wants to just reach out to me and send me an email or friend me on Facebook, Kenn Adams, KENN ADAMS, or my email address is Kenn, KENN, @synergytheater.com.
Okay, we are going to put some links on our page too. We already had a little reference to that lovely piece about Edgar Allan Poe, which you played some time ago. Thought it was great. Yeah, if you have other links also, just send them to us, and we can put them on the page too. And
perfect!
Yeah,
I surely will.
Make some support Synergy Theater as well. Any other thing Ken you would like to say about future projects you still have, or dreams in improv, things you want to achieve?
Only that we plan on continuing online for as long as necessary, and maybe even a little bit after that. So if anybody's interested in watching us every Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific time, California time, or Friday at 7 o'clock, we're on YouTube and we're on Facebook, so please do. We have a whole new season coming out. That's another really fun thing, is that we're just making up a whole bunch of new shows because there's no expense to doing it. You know?
True.
Like in the real world, right? We had 4 shows a season, and there was a little bit of pressure to make sure that they brought in the audience. So we wanted to do things that please the audience. But now that we could just put stuff up and it doesn't cost anything, and we're performing so frequently, so much more frequently than before, we're really having fun just being innovative and coming up with ideas that we would have never come up with. And we try it out. If it doesn't work, then we don't do it again.
Yeah, it's a bit of an artistic freedom now. It doesn't cost anything, and you can try something, see if it works or not. That's a great thing. Good.
Yeah, and the only other thing that I really want to say is thank you two so much for reaching out to me and extending this invitation. What you're doing, and a number of other people, by bringing this global community together through these beautiful little 10, 15, 20-minute moments of improv. Like, just imagine 15 years from now, the wealth, the vault of improv that's going to be out there for future generations to look back on and to see what we as an artistic community did when we were faced with this pandemic. I think this makes improvisation look very, very good.
Yeah, and thank you, Ken, that you joined us and wanted to play with us. It was a big honor, and many thanks for that. So, okay, we should
play again in the future.
Yeah.
Play together.
Oh, please, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Anytime at all.
Excellent. That's good.
Actually, everybody is welcome to join us and play with us. If you want, just drop us a message. We'll be very happy to have you.
Yes. Okay, fine. So I'm going to close the live stream. So everyone who was looking, whenever you did, many thanks. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye-bye.